Whoops. A couple days has gone by. How do you feel about the series today? Any differently than Friday?
It's behind me now. I've been in this situation before, so I guess it's an easier pill to swallow. But it's frustrating, but then it's a good sign of being a part of something that has potential to keep growing. So that's the bright side of this, where we stand right now as an organization. So there is positive, more positive things than negative. So that's definitely a good look for us.
Second straight appearance in the Eastern Conference semis, but where do you feel this team, this organization has made strides to get to that next?
I know Coach Whitman keeps using the reference of we keep knocking at the door. I mean, and eventually we're going to kick it down or force it down or whatever word choice he used. But it's basically the sum of that. We had an opportunity last year, and I talked about it coming to this playoffs, of having experience how important home court was, especially after you have road wins. And we proved that we could go on the road, and we beat Chicago in that first round. And just having this group together and leaning on that confidence really helped us out, the first round against Toronto. So that's where the experience factor kind of falls in. We kind of got to the same. We kind of feel in the same position as we did against Indiana, but I think we gave ourselves a better opportunity against Atlanta this series than we did last year. So we've gotten better at that. A couple plays go our way down the stretch. I could be easily sitting here doing interviews talking about Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. So we have nothing to hang our heads down about, because we are getting better as a franchise, and we all are getting better as individuals. So it'll be great to see what we could do next year.
What did Paul mean to this team in its growth and maturation this year, even though you didn't get any further than you did last year? Is there a different feel?
It's always good to have a set of, a pair of eyes along with you that's seen it before. It can kind of guide you through certain situations throughout the course of the season, throughout the course of the playoffs, throughout the course of the series. So being able to lean on the Paul Pierce and the wisdom and experience that he provided for us was huge, to kind of have a guiding light. And we all rallied up behind him. I kind of joked about having his back maybe 9 times out of 10 times he'd say something, But it was well worth it. It was really entertaining, and he backed up every word to the best of his ability, and we're thankful for having him.
Jude, do you want to be back next season? Do you expect to be back?
We'll have to see what happens with free agency. I know about this business probably more than a lot of my teammates, being in every situation I've been in. So, I feel like I was a component to help get to where we're at right now. Coming in last year late and making our playoff run last year, to having a full season under my belt, to transform myself into the stretch four Randy Whitman wanted, and getting better at that. So whether I'm here or whether I'm somewhere else, I will continue to get better and fulfill this role I've taken with the Wizards. And I would love for it to be here, but if it's not, this is a business, and I can swallow that pill too. So we'll see what happens.
Do you feel like you've made yourself more valuable with your skill set, playing the stretch forward, being able to shoot the ball?
Absolutely. I feel like I've gained the confidence and trust not only in my coach but my teammates, the city of DC, and now you guys all in front of me with these mics and cameras. I think it kind of made you guys some believers that I could go out there and actually not only shoot a 3-ball but make it. So we'll see what happens.
In terms of the role next year here, are you comfortable ultimately with the minutes, the playing time over the course of the season, or would you, as you're looking ahead, want a more expanded role?
If I say I wouldn't want an expanded role, I'll be sitting here lying to you guys. I think any guy that has a passion and the will to play never wants to get taken out of a basketball game. And but then there's common ground. There's a happy medium to how much my body can take throughout a whole season now at this age, and the things I got to work on to to actually gain more minutes. You know, I'm about to. You know, I'm just now starting to get my feet wet in this position called the stretch four. You know, so I have to get better at that as an individual if I want to see increasing minutes. So I will continue to work on that. But you know, whatever my role is, I kind of came in with that mindset this season, from having a suit on to playing a couple minutes to not playing to helping out this team get wins in the playoffs. You know, whatever this organization needs me to do, I've proven that I get provide a punch when called on, no matter how long I've played or how much I'm playing. So whatever role that this organization needs me to take going forward, you know, I've proven I could do it, and I'll do it again.
With the use of the stretch four with you and Paul, do you think that's part of unlocking the next, getting to the next step? You guys able to sustain that next season and using that offense?
You just saw how Houston Rockets just dismantled the Clippers. That small lineup. I mean, I think a couple times I saw Terrence Jones out there playing the 5 and Trevor Ariza playing the 4. And it's a difficult matchup. I mean, if you could play small and rebound the basketball, I mean, they're not making the court any bigger, you know. So, so if you could space the floor out within the lines, playing small ball, I mean, it's definitely something the NBA might be going towards and evolving to.
Do you feel like the game has kind of evolved to kind of fit what you all you came into the league as a kind of a 3-4 stretch guy to begin with, and now it's the rage, you know, 12, 13 years later.
Yeah, I actually came in, and they call stretch fours then tweeners.
Right.
And that wasn't the label you kind of wanted to come into the league as being a tweener. But now I think we've found a position for these tweeners. They call them stretch fours now. So thank God for the tweeners. I think we made it.
So the league's finally catching up to you.
Yeah, exactly. I've been trying to tell them for 13 years.
What do you think was the biggest development for Kaveen this year from last year when you first got here?
I think you know, you got to love the passion of him wanting to be out there and play. He's had multiple roles since he's been a Wizard. So for him to even come down to the bottom, all the way up until the last game, for him to not be getting any playing time, to have a great game 6 for us, I mean, was huge, and it just shows that his maturity as a young player and being able to be ready to play when called upon, no matter how long it's been. So that's impressive. But you know, he has to deal with free agency now too, and in that situation, but he did a phenomenal job, and he's grown from the outside looking in, me being on other teams, and even watching him now from the outside looking in, now being here with him day to day, he's absolutely gotten better. So he's a good player.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
no problem. Yeah.